Hey, what's going on, family? It's Eddie Simon here, doing my best to live life without regrets, right? There's two things that we don't have control over, and that's the fact that we're here and the fact that we're leaving one day. But one thing we do have control over is what we do while we're here, the significance and the impact we make while we're here. You know, I want to share this video today because I had a thought about this pretty cool story. And I thought there was some really good points we can take out the story. So let's just get right into it. So the story is about a guy named Zacchaeus, right? Who is amongst a large crowd, and there's a very famous speaker speaking. For some reason, I guess maybe because his height or his position, he could not see the speaker. Well, he wanted to get a better viewpoint. At this point, he identifies a tree. It's a sycamore tree. So he climbs up this sycamore tree to get a better view. Now, when he gets up and he gets the better view, of course, he's at an elevated position. He's a much higher spot where he can see the speaker speak. And then now the speaker sees him basically looking up at the tree. He's like, wow, this person's up on a tree. And at this point, I'm assuming the speaker's really impressed, right? So the speaker says, hey, Zacchaeus, come down. I don't know if he knew his name, right? He just said, hey, you, come down. I want to go to your house. Let's connect. Let's build relationship. You seem really passionate about what you're doing, about seeing me speak. Maybe I should really invest in this relationship, right? I'm paraphrasing. You can go read the story. You can look it up. Zacchaeus and the sycamore tree. Google it. It gets so powerful that Zacchaeus now wants to do right for every wrong that he's ever done. Everything that he's ever done wrong, he wants to go back and make it right. So with that, we must assume it was a pretty powerful encounter, right? So my initial thought was, wow, I'm thinking about people who are stuck in an undesired situation, who are in a situation where they feel like, man, I really don't want to be here. I don't want to give you examples, right? But you know who you are. You know what's the situation that you're saying. I'm just tired of being in this situation. I'm tired of doing the mundane. I'm tired day in, day out. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he threw out the phrase, Groundhog Day, right? Like every single day is the same as that thing. It was a pretty famous movie back in the day, I guess. But you kind of feel that way, like, man, I just don't want to continue life this way. I want to create significance. I want to create impact, right? Because that's the one thing we can control. Look, we're going to leave. We're not going to be here forever. We don't know. Tomorrow is not promised. But what can I do today to be significant? Well, I tell you, being stuck in that situation that you're in is not being significant. So let's think about this story, and I want to pull out 3 points out of this story I believe is going to help you. Point 1, Zacchaeus was in an undesired situation. What did he do? I tell you this, he did not complain. He did not gather people around him to tell about his undesired situation. He did not blame others. But what he did do, listen, point 1, catch this. If you're taking notes, for my note takers, write this down. He used his undesired situation. He used the energy and the passion that he had against his undesired situation to identify his sycamore tree. This is key. I'm going to say it again. He used the energy and the passion that he had for his undesired situation, and he focused it on finding a solution, which was his sycamore tree. So now let's just translate this to yourself. You're in a very undesired situation, right? You're not happy in the situation that you're in. You're not satisfied. You are frustrated. You are upset. You're feeling like you're just a dead man, dead woman walking. But have you been trash talking the situation to your friends? Have you been going around complaining to everyone that you can find? Have you been placing blame on other people or other situations for the reason why you're in the situation you're in? That's not helping, guys. That's going to keep you exactly where you are. People who complain, there's no way you're going to elevate. There's no way. If you complain, expect to remain. I think I've heard somebody say that. People who complain will remain. I hope that helps you. If you're going to keep complaining about where you are, just expect to remain on that. You know why? Because what you focus on, guess what, is where you're going to go. If you're continuing to bring energy and complaint against your situation, that is where your mind is focused on. I'm telling you to take that discomfort, take that energy, take that passion against that situation and focus it on finding your sycamore tree. Focus it on finding a solution. I'm not going to tell you what the solution is, but I will tell you is that if you use your energy and the passion that you have against that situation and you focus it on asking questions like this: what can I do to get out this situation? What creative idea can I think about that I can actually take action on? For Zacchaeus, he looked around and he identified something in plain sight, and it was a sycamore tree. That sycamore tree was within the crowd. It wasn't going anywhere. It was probably sitting there the whole time when the speaker was speaking. Nobody else climbed up the tree. But because Zacchaeus had an undesired situation, because he was upset with where he was, guess what? He identified the tree. The tree was always there. I need y'all to catch this. You are probably in a situation right now, and the solution to get out of that situation is probably in plain sight. Just like a tree that was always there, forever there. It takes years for trees to grow. So that tree did not just pop up there all of a sudden, but because Zacchaeus look at himself first and say, man, what can I do to get out this situation? What can I do to get to a higher level so I can see the speaker the way I want to see them? All of a sudden, he was able to notice something that was always there the whole time, but he saw it in a different light. I'm telling you, when you stop complaining and you start to look for solutions, all of a sudden things that was always there in plain sight start to look like solutions, start to become keys that will unlock the door that's been locked for years in your life. I challenge you, are there things in your life right now that you've been walking by, you've been driving by, you've been talking past, or maybe you've been talking about, that if you would just shift your mind from complaint to solution, it may turn into that key that you've been waiting for? All right, I'm not going to focus on that too long. I think you get the point. Point 2, once Zacchaeus found the tree, guess what? What did he do? He told other people about the tree. Some of y'all talk too much. As soon as you think you find a solution, you start telling everybody else. No, Zacchaeus didn't do that. Did Zacchaeus ask for help? No. Once again, when you get your solution, when you find that thing that's going to get you out the situation, don't go running telling everybody. Don't go quickly asking for help just yet. What did Zacchaeus do? He climbed up the tree. He took it upon himself to take action. He didn't depend on other people. He didn't ask other people. He went and climbed up the tree himself, which was a risk, right? Some of you guys are adverse to risk. Some of you guys are afraid to take risk. I'm challenging you right now in this video. When you find your sycamore tree, climb the tree. Stop asking questions. Stop running to everybody else, asking for advice, right? Look, there may be other videos that talk about asking for advice. I will probably post the videos saying the benefit of getting, mentors around you. And I believe in mentors. I have several of them. But I'm telling you, for you, you know who you are. You have the mentors in place. You've asked hundreds of questions, but you have a problem taking action. I'm telling you, when you identify your sycamore tree, you need to now go and take action. Climb the tree. Because that sycamore tree to Zacchaeus would have just been a tree until he actually climbed it. But when he climbed that tree, it became his new situation. It became a position where he now can elevate himself. He could have fell off the tree. He could have slipped. He could have scratched himself. He could have hurt himself. Guess what? He could have did all that work and climbed up the tree and still not see the speaker at the way he wanted to see him. Basically, you can do all that work, take the risk to climb your opportunity, to take action on your opportunity. You find a solution, you find that key, and now you act on it, but it can still not give you the desired outcome that you want. But I'm gonna ask you this: is the risk worth it? Is the risk of reward worth more than humiliation? Worth more than failure? Is the chance for you to actually break through and get to the desired income that you want, the desired situation that you want, the desired relationship that you want, is that desire, is that passion worth more to you than the risk of failure? If it is, climb the tree. Stop wasting time. This is the last point I have for you. Once he identified the opportunity. He climbed the tree, right? So step one, he identified it. Step two, he took action. You know what happened? He got an opportunity to be noticed. The speaker saw him and wanted to connect. You know, the beautiful thing about identifying an opportunity and then taking action on that opportunity, people of value start to notice you. People of influence start to notice you. But I love what Zacchaeus did when he was noticed by a person of influence. He went back and did right for every wrong that he did. Some of y'all, the reason why you can't break into another level, the reason why you can't elevate your game and get to a new place in your career, in your profession, in your personal life, in your relationship, is because you have a mindset that says, man, as soon as I get there, I'm forgetting everybody. I'm leaving everybody in the past. You know, I'm doing this because I want to get back at somebody. I'm telling you to shut that down, to stop that. I don't know what other videos you're watching. I don't know who's telling you that you need to use revenge energy to get into your success. Hey, if that's your thing, do it. But I'm telling you, do not have a revenge mindset. Have the mindset that says, look, when I get into mine, when I break through and I elevate myself, I'm going to go back and do right for everything wrong I've ever done. That's beautiful, because the secret to success is giving. The secret to receiving is giving back. The secret to receiving is not just trying to take everything you can possibly get. I'm telling you right now that the secret to getting more is giving more. So look, I hope this video has helped you. If you like the content, please leave some comments. Please shoot me some topics that you want me to speak on or share my thoughts on. But just remember, guys, there's two things we can't control. The fact that we're leaving, the fact that we're here. But one thing we can do is be impactful and be significant while we're here. And one way we can do that is by getting out of the mundane situation that you're in right now. Number one, stop complaining and use your energy to focus on a solution. Number two, once you find a solution, take action on that solution. And number three, give back. Have a heart to reconcile and to give back to those who've helped you along the way. Y'all have a good one.